Welcome back once again. This is Winning Peeps channel, reversal trading system, and harmonics trading. So we're going to look at which time frame to trade. Yeah, the time frame what to trade. So this particular question, which time frame can use this method on? It's an important one that you should address early on. In this video, I made some points that you need to consider, and below the video, I will provide more feedback and food for thought. So throughout this course, we will just discuss for you to know. So let's just get started by looking at various time frames. So you have a daily and a 4 hour versus the 4 hour and the 1 hour. So this simply means that you look at the charts, you analyze, make analysis on the charts, on the daily chart, so that you switch to the 4 hour to execute your trade. Or you can also make analysis on the 4 hour chart, then you switch to the 1 hour chart to execute your trade. And you can mix the two, okay? Because mostly when I make analysis on the 4 hour chart, I execute it on the 4 hour chart, but at times I also switch to the 1 hour chart for early confirmation. Then I get into the trade or I enter the trade. So that is that. So you can also consider the 30 minutes and the 15 minutes as well. But I do prefer the 30 minutes and the 5 minutes if I just want to day trade. But mostly I don't do that. I do that less often because like I explained from the beginning, when you work on the longer time frames, it give you ample time for you to do other stuff by attending to your personal, attending to your family, maybe have kids and others. So doing any virtually any other thing give you ample time, because on the longer time frame, that the daily and the 4 hour, it takes time for a setup to just appear. Yeah, so that is one aspect of the time frame. And also when you are on the 4 hour time frame, you get far less trading opportunities because you have less candles than on the 1 hour. And this is obvious because when you have one candle on the 4 hour chart, when you switch to the 1 hour chart, that will give you 4 candlesticks. So that is that. So it gives you less trading opportunities. That so though it will give you less, but when you get one, it profits. Yeah, that will give you a huge profit margin, provided the market goes go in your direction. Yeah, and at the same time, the signals on the 4 hour tend to be more reliable. Like I said, you can also trade the 4 hour strategy on basically all forex pairs, including the minors and the majors. Sure. So during slow market phases, you might not get a trading signal for a week or even longer. So that is one thing on the time frame. But it also give you, since you might not get a signal for a week or even longer, it's also an advantage for you to look at more charts or more currency pairs. But on the 1 hour, since it has a lot of opportunity will pop up, it's advisable you minimize or limit the number of pairs that you watch in your watch list. Yeah, you keep in your watch list. So that is one thing to there. So using the 1 hour as your execution time frame, on the 1 hour you have to be more selective in your trades and only take the best signals. You will get far more signals, like I was saying earlier. So you need to be quicker, blah 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 blah. So it's very simple. Okay, very simple. So when you compare, you get more signals, and more the signal goes, you should get to know that more to know results as a good trade. Sure. So it should be selective. When you want to deal with a lower time frame, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. Yeah, you can apply this strategy there. It works. Sure. All right. So that is that. Our next thing we are going to talk about candlestick patterns. You'll be using them. So that's what you're going to do in our next video. So share, watch again, practice, and that is the way out. Very simple. Just have time for your screen, sit behind your screen, get yourself some chilled drink to cushion yourself and enjoy. Yeah, pay the price. Yeah, endure. And that is the only way. Sure, you cannot just come, sit, get tired, you go. No, yeah, give yourself time at least 1 hour, 2 hours a day. Sure, just give it time. Practice, practice, practice. And you know what? You're gonna be perfect on that. Sure. That is the natural principle. Not my principle. I'm not propounding that principle. It is there and it works. So you've all gone through that and sure. So that is that. Thank you and see you in the next video. I'm going to look at the candlestick patterns which will be using as confluence to other key transitional points in our trading. So it's better you get to. So it's one of the basis, the core basis. Alright, see you then.